Hey, welcome back to the channel where we help educators and families find books that help to raise confident and empathetic kids. And one of the questions that I'm always asked is, what's a good book for? And they give me a certain age. And today, what I want to talk about is how not all books are created equal. What works for a toddler may totally miss the mark for what a 9-year-old would actually want. Sometimes we get so caught up in like, oh, this is a perfect book, it's so cute, and we love the cover. We do judge a book by its cover. But there are some times where that 9-year-old is not going to want that picture book that you just picked out. So today we're going to talk about how to choose diverse books for your child's age without guessing. Because books with diverse characters are most powerful when they meet kids where they are. Because when we find books at the right age appropriateness, we have better engagement and we can spark better conversation. So we're going to talk about 3 different age stages, what you should be looking for in finding those books, and some recommendations of diverse books within that age range. So the first stage is board books, and board books are great for ages 0 to 3. And so these are great books. When we find a board book, we're really looking for books that have repetition, they have simple language, and they are repetitive, because that's going to help keep your child engaged. Also, when we think about these board books, we're either looking for like a real world photograph or some really bold illustrations. Again, 0-3, we really need that engagement. And then with these books, we're really looking for cultural identity through everyday life practices, right? So those are going to be the ones that are relatable, ones that are talking about, say, family routines or hair or food, things that are going to be relatable for kids because they've only been on this planet for a very short amount of time. So we want to find books that have concepts that they can understand. Most importantly, we want those board books because they're durable and true proof. And let's face it, kids are putting everything in their mouth or throwing it across the room, trying to tear the pages. So these board books are great for those babies and toddlers because they can stand a tiny hand. So here are a few recommendations of board books that you can add to your collection. Hair Love ABCs by Matthew Cherry, which is an alphabet book that gives you 26 reasons to love natural hair. I Love Us, a book about family by Louise Uriga. It's all about giving love to different family structures. And Shady Baby Feels by Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union Wade is all about a little girl building cupcakes for her family, and it is showing us the different emotions that she's going through as she's going through the baking process. And I know as adults we love a good story, but don't overthink the plot. These kids only have attention span of about 3 seconds, so you want to get them engaged by finding books with joyful imagery. So our next phase is those picture book readers, and those are great for ages 4 to 7. So when we're thinking about picture books, we're looking for stories with a clear story arc, right? Books that have conflict and a clear solution. And so when we think about these, we're thinking about books that have characters of color that are being their full selves. And so they're not just teaching about race. And so with these books, we're looking for relatable social emotional themes. So we're thinking about things like friendship or identity, family, emotions, things that 4 to 7-year-olds can relate to and are going through. The types of conflicts that are seen in their everyday world. And so definitely on that like 4 to 5 range, we're looking for something with rhythm and repetition, some fun structures to support those early literacy skills. Here are a few picture books that hit the mark. So this one is Hair Twins by Rocky Merchandani, and this is all about the experience of a father and daughter relationship around the father doing her hair. This one is an absolute fave, and this is Michael Lemon Pie Bluesy Mood, which is a tongue twister, but it's all about a little boy who is going through the day and his mood is changing, and talks about it in terms of color. So this really shows like that social emotional piece to help kids understand that our mood can change throughout the day, and giving them some vocabulary to help them think about it. And also another fave is Palatero Man by Lucky Diaz, and this one's all about a little boy who is racing through the street to run to find the Palatero Man so he can get a paleta or a ice pop. And all of these would be great additions to your bookshelves. The last stage is those early readers, which are for your kids that are between the ages of about 6 and 10. Now, these books are for those kids who are starting to read on their own or are growing their reading chops. Not quite ready for thick chapter books, but they are ready for some books that are going to help them build their reading stamina. So what you're looking for these early readers are, you're looking for books with short chapters. These early reader chapter books are going to have short and engaging chapters because it's easing them into those chapter books. So it has more text on the page, but it breaks it up with a few pictures. Find ones that have like story or humor to kind of keep the kids engaged. The characters in these books are going to just be kids, right? Going through the same type of drama that your kids go through. They're not always designated to be teaching something. And again, look for some with supportive visuals to help with those transitional readers. The best part is many of these early readers or chapter books have series. If your child really likes one, there are so many other titles in that series that your child can really engage with. So here are a few that you can absolutely add to your bookshelves. This Yasmin series is really good because Yasmin does just about everything. She's a fashionista, she's a vet, a teacher, she's a chef. She does so many different things in this series, and this is definitely a great one for those early transitional readers. Short chapters, supportive illustrations. Bodega Cats is also another series, and this one is great for those readers as well. It kind of gives, on some pages, kind of like a graphic novel feel. And also Jada Jones, and this one has about 6 or 8 in the series, but again, those supportive illustrations, short chapters, kids being kids. So at this age and stage, one of the things that you want to do is really invite kids to help you pick out these books. Kids are very finicky at this age, and they start to know what they like. And so when they can get into a great series, you're set. Like, it's golden. You really want to have them find and figure out which one they really enjoy. And I'm telling you, if you keep buying books in that series, they'll keep eating them up. Those are the 3 stages you want to look for. So those books that are either word books, picture books, or those early readers or early chapter books. And sometimes it's not just about age, it's about what your child's reading engagement and level is. So sometimes you might want to step back in order to build your child's confidence and then continue to grow in their ability to really think about the types of books that they read. So the next time you're going to pick out a book, don't just look at the cover and think, oh, this is an amazing cover, but really think about the content, the format, and also the age appropriateness for your child. All right, now it's your turn. So drop in the comments your child's age and favorite book right now. If you're still struggling with finding age appropriate books for your child, go ahead and head over to storiesofacolorfulworld.com and browse our age filter picks. We can help you out. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more tips on raising confident and empathetic kids. And until next time, happy reading.